What's up guys, it's Markin, and today I have a question for you. What makes a good game? Alright guys, as you can see, got some Gears of War 3 footage for you because I love this game and I feel it's a good backdrop for this con. Now, the first thing a lot of people think of when it comes to is a game good, is a game something you're going to continue playing, is graphics. Right off the bat, everybody immediately thinks graphics. Now, I'm a big fan of Homefront. Obviously, since I'm a big fan of Homefront, I don't give a shit about graphics. If I see a game, for instance, I think Gears has good graphics. I think Gears, it's a lot different than any other game, but I think the graphics are above average, especially for a console game. I think everything looks really good, and I really like the way that it's set up and the way it looks. So graphics for me are kind of an added bonus. They're not the first thing I think of when I play a game. I mean, obviously it's the first thing you see, but in my opinion it's definitely not the most important. It's not even close to the most important. Like I said, being a Homefront fan, I kind of throw graphics right out of the right out of the discussion. Not a big deal to me, but it is an added bonus. And if I can look at a game like say Far Cry and see the beauty of the game, then I'm alright with that as well. Now, biggest thing for me really is gameplay. The feel of the game, the smoothness of the game, the way your character moves, the way your weapons feel. That is probably my biggest factor when it comes to what I think is a good game. If I can't control a game for shit, and I'm getting stuck on things, and I'm just not able to move like I should be able to, or my weapons aren't handling the way that, easy enough for me to counter recoil or things like that, I'm probably not going to play the game because I can't get into a groove where I feel comfortable with the controls. So gameplay is a very, very big deal to me, probably tops on the list. Now, one thing I like about Gears and why I chose this game, one big lasting, I guess, effect that comes onto me when I'm deciding whether a game is good or not is the challenge that it brings you. I think Gears is one of the most skill-based games out there, and I think the challenge that Gears presents you is above all the other games that are out there right now. A lot of, obviously, Call of Duty, blah blah blah, easy game to pick up and play, not an incredibly easy game to master. You don't see my gameplay with these amazing skill streaks and everything like that, but a game that's based so much on connection as opposed to dedicated servers. I'm not going to get into this war, Call of Duty war right now. You guys know my thoughts on that, but the actual challenge of, like in this battle, for instance, I'm fighting these two guys at once. It's hard for me. I have to work at getting around these guys. I end up taking them both out, but I mean, I have to work hard at that, and it presents me a challenge every single time I play this game. There is somebody that's better than me that I have to work hard to improve the way I play to actually win in this game, and I think that's awesome. I think in terms of having a good game, a challenge that you can, constantly have a challenge for is huge. I think it's a really big deal. So I really like the fact that every time that I play Gears, I have a challenge that I need to overcome. Like I said, there's always somebody that's better than me, and I need to work hard, and I need to adapt my game to get up on their level, and I think that's really good. Now, branching off that, my next factor is replayability. Are you able to play this game over and over and over and over and over again, or is it the same old thing every time you play it and you get sick of it? Now, like I said with Gears, you have so much replayability, in my opinion, because of the constant challenge of getting better and improving your game. It's not just a pick up and play game. It's not something that you can just pick up, be good at it, and master it and you're done. You constantly want to keep on coming back for more because of the fact that you need to keep trying to get better. There's always going to be somebody better than you, and you have to actually, quote unquote, practice at this game. The more you play, the better you will get. There's a lot of games that just have a skill cap where it doesn't matter if you play for 10 hours or 100 hours, you're really not going to get better at the game. I mean, sure, you might learn maps better, but in terms of your actual skill, it's not really going anywhere. So I think replayability is a huge factor for me when I'm looking at, you know, a good game. And my last point I want to hit on here is the learning curve of games. And what I've spoken about earlier in the comm is, you know, is it a game you just pick up and play and you master it right off the bat? Or is there a learning curve to it? Do you have to constantly play this game over and over again to get better? Do you feel yourself getting better? I mean, if you play a game for 10 hours and you don't see any improvement whatsoever, that's aggravating. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody just wants to go in and get their ass kicked over and over and over again. So I think the learning curve, feeling yourself getting better, feeling yourself improving, is a big deal as well. So those are my thoughts, guys. Let me know in the comments, what do you think makes a good game? What are your top 3 things that you look for? Your top 5 things that you look for? Let me know. I've told you what I think. I want to know what you guys think in the comments. I appreciate you guys watching. Got some Gears footage for you. And as always, stay active. Alright guys, thanks for sticking around to the end of the vid. On the left here you have my vid 2 videos ago, I believe, going through changes, talking about how the loadout systems really changed a lot of games, and how Call of Duty really made that popular. And on the right you have my last vid about free-to-play gaming and how I think that's just going to continue to be extremely popular in the future. And as always, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and click my name at the bottom and it'll sub you right up. Thanks guys.